The worst part wasn't watching another man smile at my wife on a hidden camera screen. The worst part was seeing the guy I paid to trick her look at her like she was the only woman in the world, and knowing deep down he wasn't acting anymore. It all started on a regular Friday night in my garage. My name is David. I'd been married to Amanda for 4 years. We were a young black couple doing well for ourselves. We had a nice house in the suburbs, 2 good cars in the driveway, and a dog named Buster. From the outside, we looked like we had the perfect life. But on the inside, things were getting a little boring. We worked too hard, paid bills, and slept. That was about it. That Friday night, my 2 best friends, Mike and Brian, came over to drink some beers. Brian was a mess. He was crying because he just found out his girlfriend of 3 years was cheating on him with a guy from her office. "Hey, I'll do it, man," Brian said, wiping his face with the back of his hand. He took a big drink of his beer. "You think you know a woman, but you don't. You turn your back for 1 second and they are looking for the next best thing." "That's just crazy talk," I told him. I felt bad for the guy, but I did not agree. Not all women are like that. Look at Amanda. She goes to work, she comes home, she cooks, we watch TV. She would never look at another man. Mike laughed. It was a loud, mean laugh. Mike was single, and he did not trust anyone. "David, you are living in a dream," Mike said. "Amanda is beautiful. She is smart. You really think guys don't try to talk to her every single day? You think she never thinks about what else is out there?" "I don't think, Mike. I know," I said. I was getting mad now. I stood up and crossed my arms. "My wife is loyal. End of story." Mike pulled his phone out of his pocket. "Put your money where your mouth is, then." "What are you talking about?" I asked. "I know a guy. His name is Jason. He does this for a living. You pay him $1,000 and he tests your girl. He's tall, he dresses nice, he has a great smile. He approaches her, wears a hidden camera, and tries to get her number. If she shuts him down, I will pay the $1,000. I will also admit I was wrong. But if she smiles, flirts, and gives him her number, you pay the money." "You want me to hire a guy to hit on my own wife?" I asked. I shook my head. "That is sick, Mike. I am not doing that." "You're scared," Brian said from his chair. He was looking at the floor. "You talk a big game, David, but you are scared she will fail. You are scared you will end up looking stupid just like me." I looked at Brian, then I looked at Mike. My pride was starting to burn in my chest. I knew Amanda. I knew she loved me. But a small, ugly thought crept into my brain. What if they were right? What if she was just bored enough to smile at a handsome stranger? What if she gave him her number just to feel a little thrill? "I am not scared," I lied. "Fine, call him, set it up. But when Amanda turns him away, I want my money in cash, Mike." Mike smiled and dialed his phone. Dear listener, we brought you this tale of which in a way is or has been some people's experience. Please sit back and enjoy it. Do well to subscribe to this channel for more interesting tales. Like and let us know if you or someone you know has ever been in this spot as we continue. We met Jason the next day at a diner across town. Jason was exactly what Mike said he would be. He was a good-looking black man, smooth, calm, and very confident. He looked like an actor from a movie. He wore a nice watch and a clean jacket. He sat across from me and drank his coffee. "It's a simple job," Jason said. His voice was deep and steady. "I don't cross lines. I don't touch them. I just talk. I offer a compliment, I start a chat, and I ask for a phone number so we can get drinks. That's it. You will see everything on a live video feed on your phone." "Where will you do it?" I asked. My stomach felt sick, but I couldn't back out now. My friends were watching me. "Give me her schedule," Jason said. I told him everything. I told him Amanda goes to a gym every Tuesday evening. After the gym, she always stops at a small smoothie shop next door. She usually sits at a small table by the window for 10 minutes to drink her smoothie before driving home. "Perfect," Jason said. He wrote it down in a small notebook. "Tuesday at the smoothie shop. We're on." Tuesday came too fast. I could barely focus at work. My hands were shaking all day. When I got home, Amanda was packing her gym bag. She kissed my cheek. "I'll be back around 7, baby," she said. She looked tired, but she gave me a small smile. "Okay, have a good workout," I said. The words felt heavy in my mouth. I felt like a liar and a cheat just for doing this to her. As soon as her car left the driveway, Mike and Brian pulled up in Mike's black SUV. I ran outside and got in the back seat. Mike handed me a small tablet. The screen was dark. "Jason is already there," Mike said. "He drove us toward the shopping center where the gym was. We parked across the street, far enough away so Amanda would not see my car." At 6:45 p.m., the screen on the tablet flickered to life. It was a video from a camera hidden on Jason's shirt. The camera showed the inside of the smoothie shop. "Mic check." Jason's voice came through the tablet speakers. "I'm in position. Target is walking in." My heart pounded against my ribs. I thought Mike and Brian could hear it. On the screen, I saw Amanda walk up to the counter. She ordered her strawberry banana smoothie. She paid and walked over to the small table by the window, just like I told Jason she would. She sat down and looked at her phone. "Here I go," Jason whispered. The camera view moved forward as Jason walked across the shop. He stopped right next to Amanda's table. "Excuse me," Jason said out loud. His voice sounded different now. It sounded warm, friendly, and very safe. Amanda looked up from her phone. On the screen, I could see her face clearly. She looked surprised. "I'm so sorry to bother you, but I just moved to this side of town. I ordered this green drink, and it tastes like dirty grass. Is yours any good?" Amanda looked at his cup, and then she laughed. It wasn't a fake laugh. It was a real, bright laugh. I felt a tight knot in my stomach. I hadn't heard her laugh like that in months. "The strawberry banana is the only safe choice here," Amanda said, smiling at him. "I'll remember that for next time," Jason said. He didn't walk away. He pulled out the chair across from her. "Do you mind if I sit for a second? I'm waiting for a friend who is running really late." In the car, I gripped the tablet so hard my fingers hurt. "Say no, Amanda," I thought. "Tell him the seat is taken. Tell him you are married." Amanda looked at the empty chair, then back up at Jason. She smiled again and moved her gym bag off the table. "Sure," she said. "You can sit." Mike slapped the steering wheel. "Oh man, here we go." I didn't say anything. I just stared at the screen, watching a stranger pull up a chair and sit across from my wife. The test had started, and I already felt like I was losing. The inside of Mike's SUV was too hot. Mike forgot to turn on the air conditioner, but I was too nervous to care. My hands were sweaty. I stared at the tablet screen on my lap. On the video, Jason was sitting across from my wife, Amanda. "Look at this," Mike whispered from the front seat. "He is smooth. I told you he was good." Brian just watched from the passenger seat. He didn't say a word. On the screen, Jason started with his script. "So, do you come to this gym a lot?" he asked Amanda. "Every Tuesday," Amanda said. She took a sip of her smoothie. "It helps me clear my head after work." "What do you do for work?" Jason asked. "I work at a bank," Amanda said. She smiled a little. "It is very boring, just numbers all day." "I don't believe that," Jason said. "I bet you make the whole bank light up when you walk in." It was a cheesy line. It was a line I would expect a guy like Jason to use. I waited for Amanda to roll her eyes. I waited for her to pick up her gym bag and walk away. But she didn't. She looked down at her cup, and her cheeks turned a little red. "Thank you," she said softly. In the car, my heart sank. I felt a hot pain in my chest. Why was she blushing? Why was she still talking to him? Then something strange happened. The plan was for Jason to act like a sleazy player. He was supposed to ask for her number fast, push her a little, and see if she gave in. But Jason didn't do that. He leaned forward. His voice got softer. "You look tired," Jason said. He didn't sound like a fake guy anymore. He sounded like a real person who actually cared. Not bad tired, just like you carry a lot on your shoulders. Amanda looked up at him. Her eyes looked wide. "I am tired," she said. Her voice was quiet. "It feels like I just do the same thing every day. Wake up, go to work, come home, sleep. Sometimes I feel like I'm invisible." I stopped breathing. Invisible? Is that how I made her feel? I worked hard to pay for our house and our cars. I thought we were doing great. Hearing her say those words to a stranger felt like a punch to the stomach. "You shouldn't feel invisible," Jason said. The camera shifted as he leaned even closer. "If I saw you every day, I would make sure you knew how beautiful you are." He was off the script. I knew it. Mike knew it too. "Hey," Mike said, frowning at the screen. "He is laying it on really thick. He wasn't supposed to get deep with her." "He's just doing his job," Brian said, but he sounded worried. On the screen, Amanda touched her left hand. She rubbed her wedding ring. "I am married," she said. This was it. This was the moment of truth. The rule was that Jason had to back off if she said no, or he had to ask for the number anyway to test her. "I see the ring," Jason said. His voice was low and serious. "Is he a good man? Does he treat you right?" Amanda paused. She looked out the window of the smoothie shop. "He is a good provider," she said, "but we're more like roommates now. We don't really talk. We don't really laugh." She looked back at Jason. "I haven't talked to anyone like this in a long time." I felt sick. I wanted to open the car door, run across the street, and pull her away from him. But I was frozen. I did this. I paid for this test. Now I had to watch. Jason reached his hand out. He didn't touch her, but he put his hand close to hers on the table. "I know you are married, Amanda," he had learned her name, "and I don't want to mess up your home, but you deserve to smile. You deserve someone to ask how your day was and actually listen." He pulled out his phone. He pushed it across the table toward her. "Put your number in. Don't think of it as a date. Think of it as a friend. If you ever feel invisible, you call me." I squeezed my eyes shut. "Don't do it, Amanda. Please don't do it. Prove them wrong. Prove me right." I opened my eyes and looked at the screen. Amanda was holding Jason's phone. She typed with her thumbs. One number, then another. She was giving him her real phone number. "Wow," Mike said. He let out a long breath. "David, I'm so sorry, man, but you owe me $1,000. I didn't care about the money. My chest felt like it was breaking open. My wife, the woman I trusted with my life, just gave her number to a guy she met 10 minutes ago. On the screen, Amanda stood up. She smiled at Jason. It was a real bright smile. "It was really nice meeting you, Jason," she said. "Nice meeting you, too." He watched her walk out of the shop. The camera showed her getting into her car and driving away. Then the camera view turned. Jason was walking out of the shop. He started walking towards our SUV. A minute later, the back door of the SUV opened. Jason climbed in and sat next to me. He took the hidden camera off his shirt and handed it to Mike. The car was very quiet. "Well," Mike said. He cleared his throat. "Job done. Here's your cut, Jason." Mike pulled a stack of $100 bills from his pocket and handed them to the back seat. Jason looked at the money. Then he looked at me. His face was completely changed. In the diner the day before, he looked cool and slick. Now he looked very serious. He didn't look like a guy who just won a bet. "Take the money, David," Jason said to me. He pushed the cash into my lap. I looked at him confused. "What? You did the job. She gave you your number. I lost." Jason shook his head. He looked me right in the eyes. There was no fake smile anymore. "Keep the money," Jason said softly, "because I'm keeping the number, and I'm going to call her." I stared at Jason in the back of the SUV. The air in the car suddenly felt very thick. I could not breathe. "What did you just say?" I asked him. My hands were shaking. "You heard me, David," Jason said. He opened the car door to get out. "You hired me to find out if your wife would look at another man. Well, you pushed her right to me. She's a good woman. She's just lonely. And you are a total fool for playing games with her heart." Jason stepped out of the car and shut the door hard. I watched him walk away into the dark parking lot. He didn't look back. Mike and Brian did not say a word. Mike just looked straight ahead at the steering wheel. His mouth was open. "Drive," I told Mike. My voice was tight. "Take me home right now." My mind was spinning. I had made the biggest mistake of my life. I let my friends make me doubt my own wife. Now a handsome stranger had her real phone number, and he actually liked her. Worse than that, she liked him too. She liked him because he listened to her, because he made her feel seen and not invisible. Mike drove fast. When he stopped in front of my house, I jumped out before he even put the SUV in park. I ran up the driveway and quickly unlocked the front door. Amanda was in the kitchen. She was humming a soft song. I had not heard her hum in a very long time. She was putting some clean dishes away in the cabinets. When she turned and saw me, she smiled. It was the same bright, real smile she gave Jason at the smoothie shop. "Hey," she said, "you're home early." I felt sick to my stomach.
I had to tell her the truth before Jason called her. If he called her first and told her what happened, I would lose her forever. "Amanda," I said, my voice cracked, "we need to talk, right now." She stopped smiling. She slowly put down a plate on the counter. "What is wrong? You look pale. Are you sick?" I walked into the kitchen, but I did not get too close to her. I felt like a monster. "I did something terrible," I said. I looked at my shoes. "I did the worst thing a husband could ever do." She crossed her arms. Her eyes looked scared. "David, what did you do?" "That man at the smoothie shop," I said. The words tasted like dirt in my mouth. "The guy named Jason, he was not a stranger." Amanda froze. She just stared at me, waiting for me to make sense. "Mike and Brian and I made a bet. Brian got cheated on. He said all women cheat. I said you would never do that. Mike told me to prove it. So we paid Jason to talk to you. We paid him to try and get your number." For a long time, the kitchen was completely quiet. The only sound was the low hum of the refrigerator. Then Amanda's face changed. The fear went away. Her eyes got hard and cold. She did not yell. She did not cry. That quiet anger scared me more than anything else in the world. "You tested me?" she asked. Her voice was flat and dead. "You hired a man to hit on me? You paid him?" "I am so sorry," I begged. I took a step toward her. "I was stupid. I let my pride get in the way. I just wanted to prove my friends wrong." "And you proved them right," she said. She crossed her arms. Her eyes looked scared. "David, you watched me?" "He had a hidden camera on his shirt," I whispered. "We watched it on a tablet in Mike's car across the street." "You are sick," Amanda said. Tears finally spilled out of her eyes and rolled down her cheeks. "You are a sick, broken man, David. I told that man things I haven't told anyone. I told him I felt invisible in my own home, and you were sitting in a car watching me like I was a TV show." She turned around and walked out of the kitchen. I followed her up the stairs. She went straight to her bedroom. She reached under the bed and pulled out a large black suitcase. She threw it on the bed and unzipped it fast. "Amanda, please," I cried. I reached out to grab her arm, but she pulled away quickly. "Do not touch me," she yelled. She walked to her closet and started pulling dresses and shirts off the hangers. She threw them into the suitcase in a messy pile. "Please don't leave," I cried. "I love you. I know I messed up. I know I've been a bad husband. You were right about us. We are just roommates. I haven't paid attention to you. But I will change. I promise I will change." "It is too late for promises," she said. She grabbed her makeup bag and tossed it in the bag. "You broke my trust. You cannot fix that with an apology." Just then, her phone buzzed loudly on the nightstand. The screen lit up. It was a text message from a phone number she did not have saved, but I knew who it was. I looked at the phone. Amanda looked at the phone. She walked over, picked it up, and read the message on the screen. "Hey, it's Jason from the smoothie shop. I know this is crazy, but I can't stop thinking about you. If you ever want to get out of that house, I'm here. Just say the word." I felt my heart stop beating. This was it. This was the exact moment I lost my wife. I pushed her right into the open arms of a man who actually wanted to listen to her. Amanda stared at the phone. Her thumb hovered over the screen. She could reply. She could zip up her bag, walk out the front door, go meet him, and never come back. And I couldn't even blame her. I did this to myself. "Amanda," I said softly. Tears were running down my own face now. "He wasn't acting at the end. He told me he was keeping your number. He really likes you. You can go to him if you want. I deserve it. But I'm begging you to stay. Please let me show you I can be the man you married." She held the phone for a long time. The screen went dark. Then it lit up again. Jason was calling her. The phone buzzed and buzzed in her hand. The sound filled the whole room. She closed her eyes, took a deep, shaky breath. Then she pushed the red button. She sent the call to voicemail. She threw the phone onto the bed next to the open suitcase. "I am not going anywhere tonight. she said. Her voice was very tired and heavy. "And I'm not answering his call. I made a vow when I married you. I don't break my vows, David, even when you play stupid games with them." I let out a huge breath. My knees felt weak, and I had to lean against the wall so I wouldn't fall down. "Thank you," I said. "Thank you so much." "But do not think this is okay," she said. She zipped up the suitcase and left it sitting right in the middle of the bed. "This bag stays right here. You're sleeping on the couch downstairs. You have a lot of work to do to make me look at you the same way again. And if you ever pull a stunt like this again, I will walk out that door and I will never look back." "I won't," I promised. "I swear to you." "Go downstairs," she said. She turned her back to me and looked out the window. I walked out of the bedroom and went slowly down the stairs. The house was very quiet again. I found an old blanket and sat down on the living room couch in the dark. I still had my wife, but just barely. I almost lost the best thing in my life because I wanted to win a childish bet in a garage. I looked up at the dark ceiling, and I knew right then I would have to spend the rest of my life trying to earn her back.